Hey guys, looking forward to breaking this down with you. This is the kind of post that coach gurus say things like, you can get clients signed up with just this one post. My client got five new sign up clients with just this one post. My client earned 250K with just this one post. And there are a few posts that do get people to reach out to you and sign up for things. And I'm going to walk you through it in a second. I'm going to walk you through all the parts of the post, all the things that you need to include, so that you can write it yourself and understand how the secrets work. And this post, particularly this case study post that I'm going to take you through, is so much more powerful than just sharing a review or just sharing a testimonial, a screenshot that somebody sent you of a comment. Um, so I highly recommend that you try this, and I highly recommend that you post something like this once a week, okay? By the way, I have a swipe file for this, an example post that I've written that works. So if you want that swipe file, just check around this video. There will be a link to access it somewhere around there, okay? So here, before I take you through, there's six things that you need to know. There's six parts of this post. Before I take you through those six parts, there are a couple of other things that you need to know, okay, before you start writing this post. The first thing is particularly important if you're a new coach, you do need to have some audience, right? You do need to have some audience. You don't need to have thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Remember, everybody started at precisely zero audience. You don't need to have thousands, but you do need to have some audience because, as I'm sure you are logically aware, you cannot sell to an empty room. So then the next question becomes, okay, George, well, how do I build up my audience? And we're going to talk about that in another video. But basically, in a nutshell, to be able to build up your audience, you have to start posting. You have to start posting regularly, consistently, high quality content. The best way to get people to sign up to work with you is letting them know what you do, who you are, how you do it, what the transformations are that you can bring, and all of that kind of stuff. And so the key really is you have to start posting as if you already have an audience of thousands. So be authentic, stand in your power, stand in your authority, believe that you are the expert. The reality is that most of the people that I work with, they are amazing, amazing, amazing coaches, amazing at what they do, just terrible at marketing and terrible at being able to explain what they do in a way that other people can go, oh, yeah, I need that. And also, here's my money. So that's where most coaches fall down, in my opinion. So those two things notwithstanding, so make sure you have an audience in order to be able to sell, and always be creating your audience. The best way to do that is to get in front of other people's audiences, by the way. So I'll probably do another video on that at some point because otherwise this will just spin out and spin out and spin out when really I want to get down to how to write this case study post. Right, this case study post is really powerful because it makes your client the hero. Lots of us were actually quite bad at tooting our own trumpet and and talking about all the things that we did to help our client get X, Y, Z results. But this case study post makes your client the hero, which is why it's so much easier to be able to share it. Okay. So without further ado, here are the constituent parts of this post. And remember, if you want an example that I've written that's worked, just check around this video. There will be a link to download the file that you'll be able to see my exact post. Okay, and then you can you can kind of reverse engineer to put your own client results in there. So the first thing is you have to start with the result. Okay, start with the result. One line. It's like the hook that grabs people in, and the line has to call out your ideal client, what the result was, and then you can go into the rest of it. All right. So the second thing is go into what they were struggling with before they started working with you or when they first came to you. All right. And what effect that was having on their life. So to be able to do that, you obviously need to know in a good amount of detail and tangible as well. This is what a lot of coaches miss out on, is they miss out on the tangible and specific things that their clients are struggling with and make it very general and broad, and that doesn't really work. So pull out the specific things that your client was struggling with when they first came to you. So had they tried every diet under the sun? Were they snapping at their children? Were they falling out with their partner? Were they on the verge of divorce? Had they been prescribed medications by their doctor that perhaps they shouldn't be taking? Were they, had they reached a plateau in their business and they couldn't get beyond $10,000 months or $5,000 months or whatever it was? So what were they struggling with, and what effect was it having on them and their family, peers, whatever? All right. So we're going to go into the struggles, and this is important because your other ideal clients in your audience will go, oh, I'm struggling with that same thing. So the first line, the result, yes, I want that result too. The second part, the challenges, oh, I've got those challenges too. And then the third part is talk about the work that you did together. Now, this is really important because we are so close to our own stuff that we think it's really obvious. We think it's really obvious what our clients need. We think it's really obvious, and that we've talked it to death about the things that we do with people. The reality is a coaching session is still kind of shrouded in mystery. A coaching session, a mentoring session, a consultancy session is still kind of shrouded in a bit of mystery by the people that have never worked with us before. So by doing this, you're pulling back that curtain and you're giving people a bird's eye view onto the stuff that you actually do with your clients, which is really, really important. So this can just be a bullet point list. You don't remember, we're not going to stacks of detail here because you're not teaching people like how to do something. Bullet points on what you did together. You don't have to go into how you did it. This is not like a mini course. You don't have to share all of your secrets in this post. This is just this is how I always start mine. Here's what we did together. We completely rewrote her sales page. We did this, we did this, we did this. Now, this bit's important because it gives your audience some value. There's value in this case study too, because if your audience want the result that you talked about in line 1, and they've got the challenges that you talked about in section 2, section 3 is about all the things that they need to do to get that to the result, right? So there's value in it for your audience too. Step 4, thing 4 that you need to include on your case study is talk about the results that you got together. So this is going to be a bit more bulked out than what you put in the first line. The results that you got together and how that's affecting their life now. All the positive effects that this work together is having on their life. The step 5 or section 5 is a 1-line testimonial. You don't have to go into loads of detail here. Just put it in little speech marks, 1-line testimonial about how amazing it was to work together, direct from your client. And then step 6, section 6 is a very simple call to action. And the calls that we tend to overthink calls to action because we're like, oh, this is the most important part, I can't mess it up. The reality is that all of these sections are important. So a very simple call to action. If you would like some results like this, send me a DM and let's chat. That's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be, don't put a link into your post because Facebook will limit it and you can't click on links on Instagram. So just a very simple call to action to DM you. If you would like some results like this, DM me and let's have a chat. And that's it. Okay. So I would love to know, what have you taken out of this? Let me know in the comments below. Your challenge, your next step, your challenge is to write a case study for yourself, post it on social media, and I would love you to slip the link of your case study post into the comments below this video. All right, whether you're watching it on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or wherever you're watching it, stick your link to your post on below this video, and I will come and have a look because I'm really interested in seeing what you're doing, and it will give you some more coverage as well. All right, get to it, gang. I will speak to you soon. Bye.